Hello everyone, this video is for class 7th.
Uh, yeah, in the previous class, we had learned that the king had gone to the hermit and he was asking questions from him, and the hermit saw someone running. So here till here we have read, and now I'll start with comprehension 2, part 2. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. Fainted means lost consciousness. So they saw someone, a bearded man, running towards them, and he was holding his stomach. His hands were pressed against the stomach, and blood was flowing from there. And when he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. So there was a wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The blood was flowing so much. The king redressed the wound. Redress means dressed again. He cleaned the wound and bandaged it. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. The king brought some drinking water. By this time the sun had set and the air was cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king, tired by his walk and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw that the king was awake. So the bearded man was asking forgiveness from the king. "I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. So king did not recognize him. So he said, "I do not know you and I have nothing to forgive you. You do not know me, but I know you." So the bearded man says, "You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property." Seized means took by force, something that is taken by force. So the king had put this man's brother to death and seized their property. So he wanted to take revenge from the king. "I knew you had gone alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home. But the day passed and you did not return. So I left my hiding place and I came upon your bodyguard, who recognized me and wounded me." So when he just came out of his hiding place, so the king had left his bodyguard far away from the hermit's hut. So the bodyguard recognized this man and wounded him. "I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you and you have saved my life." That I wanted to kill you, but you have saved my life. I would have died, he says, "I would have died if you would have not dressed my wounds. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me." He asked for forgiveness, and he says that now I will be your faithful servant and I will order my sons also to do the same. Here, faithful means to be loyal and true. Now the king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over as a friend. He not only forgave him, but said he would send his servants and his own doctor to look after him. And he promised to give back the man his property. And he promised, okay, that your property also will be given back to you, like this. Now, leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once more to get answers to his questions. Now again he wanted to know the answers of his questions. The hermit was on his knees sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. The king went up to the hermit and said, "For the last time I beg you to answer my questions, wise man." So he again requested him, "So please tell me the answers to those questions." "You have already been answered," said the hermit, still bending down to the ground and looking up at the king as he stood before him. So when he was standing over there, the king, so at that time hermit said that you already have been answered. "How have I been answered? What do you mean?" So now king was astonished. He was surprised that how have I been answered? Nobody gave me answers. "Do you not see," replied the hermit, "if you had not do you not see," replied the hermit, "if you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. Then that man would have attacked you, and you would have wished you had stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and I was the most important man. And to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were caring for him." See, in spite of being a king, you were caring for a simple, ordinary man. Because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. Remember then, there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. So the hermit explained to him, said that always remember that there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. It's not about later. The time is now. It is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to act. We cannot act in the past, we cannot act in the future, but we can only act in the present. So that is why he says the important time is now. The most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment, for no one knows what will happen in the future and whether we will meet anyone else. The most important business is to do that person good, because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone. So the hermit said that most important business is to do that person good. Whoever with whom you are with, and whichever person you are with, because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone. We have been sent here for some purpose. So you have to do that. So that was your story. That was your chapter 1, 3 questions. And in the next class, I will discuss question answers. Thank you.